where do we even start? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been massaging now for about 5 years.
Yep. With February, so it'll be 5.5 years roughly.
Right, yeah. So let's take you back to the very beginning, when you first started. Because you originally started as a client of mine, and then you saw that I was doing weekend workshops and you were interested. So, you know, what was that story like? What was that background like?
I first started, always been interested in massage all the time, and I love massage. Just got interested in the techniques and the way you're doing it, and unfortunately, when I have a massage, when I have a massage, I don't concentrate. I concentrate more on what they're doing and enjoying and relaxing, which is annoying. But I'm interested in what your moves are, what you're doing, and what not. And I just get interested. And when you said then, you know, you do weekend courses, and I thought, well, you know, an old truckie like myself, you know, it's ridiculous. But then when we done that first course, I said, well, why not? Have it a try. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do, and it's always. And my dream was I wanted to do caravanning.
Yes, I remember that.
I wanted to travel around around Australia. So my dream was to do something like this, that you pull up a caravan park, you know, put a sign on the laundry door, you know, and just do a few here and there, get up with petrol money. That was my plan to start with. And then when I first started, I enjoyed the first course thoroughly and thought, you know, I'm not as an old truckie that might be able to do this sort of thing. So
and that was the 2-day weekend.
That was the 2-day, the first one. And then, as I sort of went on from there and got a few got the qualifications and thought, you know, and really enjoyed it. And I think I might be able to do this. And I never thought in the wildest dreams I'd be doing it as a permanent job. I just thought it'd be a hobby I'd play around with, you know, do with my friends, families and all this sort of stuff. And one thing was when I talked to my wife about it, very thoroughly talked to my wife about it, because if she didn't agree, it didn't happen. That was the plan. So I think, and the only thing she said was she doesn't want anyone coming to home. And I thought, I completely understand that sort of thing then. So then my daughter said, well, you know, because it costs a bit of money to get going and towels and that. And she said, oh, well, to reclaim money, why don't you just do a bit of mobile stuff, you know, around there? And I thought, yeah, right. So that's where I started. And I got a couple of regular clients that I've actually still got now on a regular basis. And I just started doing a few just to poke around, and it just sort of went from there, because I'm a full-time truckie, or was. So I used to do nights and weekends, and it just got built the clientele up. And then I went and done the second course with you in the deep tissue and worked out there, which I really loved, really did.
And that's where the body work just really kicks up.
It does. That all of a sudden you just go right into the body. It's not just relaxation, it's right into all your muscles, tissues, stretching, the whole which was, there was a cupping, the lymphatic drainage, the pregnancy, the whole. And that's when I just blew me out of the water. I thought I just loved this sort of thing, and never thought I'd do it full time. It was still going to be a hobby, and just went on and just got more and more clients, and got to the stage where, shit, this is working. Sorry. So and then this year I just decided because I'm getting too old. Well, older truck drivers knocking around. Okay, been doing it for 43.5 years legally. So I just decided I need a change, and if I don't do it now, it'll never happen. So then I thought I'd take the chance to do it. My bosses at work were really, really supportive with it, which was quite enough. And so went out on my own. This is the first week on my own, doing really well. I was really surprised with the feedback I got when I first advertised it. And just love it. As I said, 5.5 years, and I just love it more and more. It's just a passion of mine. And I recommend anyone. Like I said, I'm an old fart truckie that's can never do anything else in his life. You know, to do something like this and start doing it full time, it's a dream come true. It really is.
And like the training that you got from what I taught you, like, was that easier for you to learn, or was it like textbooks and stuff like that, or was it all hands-on?
No. There was a very minimum theory. It was all practical, and being a truck driver, practical is what it's all about. You show me how to do it with my hands, and I'll never forget it. You read it to me in a textbook, and you may as well throw it out the wall. Okay, so that was the training that I got with you, and I really appreciated everything was hands-on.
Yeah.
And I picked up everything, you know. I thought I'm going to, and you said you'll probably remember a third of this, and I remember the whole lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And that for an old truckie, that's quite good. And because the way you taught, the way you showed it hands-on, and it's the same when I first started. Like, I don't know how many phone calls I made to you. Can I do this? Can I do that? You know, and that's the support that you give me was great. I really appreciate that, because now I do quite a few pregnancies and lymphatic drainage, and they're the things you got to get right or you don't touch.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I know. And phone calls every time someone rings, can I do this? I'd be on the Deb, please. Can I do this? Where can I go? And I'd double check, you know, 4, 5, 6 times, because I just don't want to do it wrong. You know, a lot of things you taught me. I appreciate you taught me what not to do, and because I didn't think I'd remember a lot, I concentrated on what not to do, because anyone can do a crap massage and get up and think, oh yeah, I'm not going back. But you can do a massage to hurt someone or do permanent damage, and that the crap hits the fan. So you learn not to do that, and then your perfection of the massage comes with practice. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
It's just practice, you know. Your technique, you know, because I was only doing it temporary, I was probably doing 1 or 2 a week, maybe more. Like, it was 2 years before I told the guys at work I was doing it. Male masseuse is a gay, okay? I proved that wrong. Believe me, I proved that wrong, okay? So, yeah, and that's, I just, once I got there and got started, and then I got a bit more open-minded with it, because I was very scared to tell people, because I thought, oh, yeah, you know, you jump the fence. That's what they, you know, think, unfortunately. Yeah. So, but I proved them all wrong, and now I do 12 guys at work on a permanent basis. So, yeah.
And I know that even like, I know I've spoke to you once, and you're saying that you were even doing, gosh, what's going on? Like your pre-wedding. Yeah,
hens parties. Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, when you said that, I went, holy crap.
Yeah. And it's only, I do a few, and it's only just, they just are there, and I just do, I might do 1, I might do 5, it just depending what they are. So then it's not, I wouldn't call it a hens party, I just call it more of a gathering. Yeah. But it's like hens, because there's men there as well, it's not all ladies. Okay, there's men there, sort of gathering of a partner. I just call it a hens party, because it's a coming up to a wedding. Sort of thing, and they put a party on for the bride, and basically it's the bride and groom. So I just go there, they hire me for the 6 hours or whatever sort of thing, and you know, I just sort of do that from there.
But I mean, if people are doing like a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job as such, and they did hens parties on the weekends, or gatherings is what you call them, I mean, that's extra $500-$600 in their pocket, you know, or when they're second night. I mean, that's not bad.
Oh, it's well, normally they're all from till midnight, 6 to midnight. They hire me for that 6 hours, and that's what they say. That's if I do 1, I do 10, I do. You know, that's the way it is. And I've got a few clients now. The office corporates have ring me. I've had 2 phone calls this week to go in and do their staff. One of them hired me from 8 till 4. Yeah, just an hourly rate right through. Whether I do 1, or whether I do 10, or whether I just go non-stop. And they're just half-hour neck and shoulders. So. Yeah, and I've had a couple of inquiries about that, so yeah, no, it's good. So I can't go back to work.
No. No. And I think what's really good about your story is that you're very passionate about what you do. So it comes through in your body work.
And that's the thing. That's if you don't love it, don't do it. Yeah. Okay, it's not a job that you do because you have to.
Yeah. And people can feel that. You know, I'm sure everyone's been to a massage therapist, and then there's they're going through the motions, and you're just not going to enjoy it, and you won't succeed in business. Like you just. And
that's what people say about me. Like they turn up, you know, an old truckie, turn the door, and they sort of shake their head and think, "What can this old bloke do?" You know, yeah, exactly right. You know, but they've all sort of said, you know, they can feel it in my hands, and I know I was pushing things a bit for the last couple of months, and I was getting tired. I knew I was getting tired, and I was scared that it had come through on my hands.
Yeah, because you were working long hours at work and then working up until midnight.
Working on the thing, And I was pushing the limits, you know, and as I said to my boss, like, it's not going to feel, so I drove a truck. Yeah. So, and the boss sort of, and because you got to tell you got a second job, you know. But when I told him what I was doing, it took him 10 minutes to get off the floor from laughing, you know. But anyway, that was fine.
Yeah.
And I went to him and I said, listen, I'm going doing this, I'm pushing it. And I'm not, you know, I'm not really completely stupid. Like if it was going to interfere with me truck driving,
got to be safe.
I'm not going to kill myself or someone else for the sake of a massage. Okay, in the case of I'm just going to have a night off or 2 nights or whatever I'm going to do, which I got to battle through and it went well. And now it's sort of paying off, which is good. So, yeah.
And what's it like for you attracting clients? Like, have you done much in terms of like marketing and all that kind of stuff? I think most of yours has been word of mouth, hasn't it?
I first started, I put a few cards around, a few motels and whatnot. Got picked a few up there. Steph, my daughter, she's my hands-on.
Yeah,
she does everything else. Okay, I'm not a computer person. I'm learning. And she's put Facebook has probably been the biggest thing, and then just word of mouth from then on. You know that they recommend and goes on from there, and that's your performance you give. Like the same with I worry with truck driving. Like truck driving, you have a bad day. Okay, so you get a smack on the wrist by the boss, but you go back to work tomorrow. You have a bad day, masseuse, and you lose clients. So I've got to be perfection is number one all the way through, and that's what I've got to keep up. And I'm hoping to do that because of the passion I've got. If I do a massage on you and you walk out feeling okay, that's not good enough for me. You've got to walk out feeling great. And that's what it's all about.
And I love the fact too, like I know you do mobile, and a lot of people think just like you go to one place and do one massage and that's it. But you're saying that you're going to some places and you're doing mum, dad, kid, aunt, uncle, grandparents.
That's it. Like there's probably 20% of my clients only do one in the house. The rest are all 2, 3, 4. I've got a family come down from up north and they book me in the motel. They book in the motel because they've got children a fair home from that. I started there on Saturday morning, 5:45. The first one on the table was mum. I done mum, dad, daughter, son, nan and pop, and another nan before I left the motel. Left there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Never moved the table, just swapped towels and went on from there. That was $900 for the day. Worked out. You sort of work, and that's the thing it's getting now, and that's just where that was the card in the motel. But then now I do they come down once a month roughly. I got a family was in Kingsthorpe. One lady rang up, she had a bit of a headache, and she was recommended by another client. So I went there and done her one night, and now I do her, a partner, her mum, her dad, her brother-in-law, her sister-in-law, her daughter, and daughter's boyfriend.
Wow.
It's all in one family.
So what would you say if people are looking to study massage and they're thinking about doing some form of education like your Cert 4 or your remedial? What's your experience like? Because you've just done a weekend course with me, and then you come in and you did the level 2.
Because when I first started, it was $18,000 and 2 years at uni, 4 days a week.
I think that's when I first started. It was.
That's not going to happen. That just said that ain't going to happen. I can't give up work for 2 years and I ain't got $18,000 to try something that mightn't work. I think that's when I was talking to you about it, and you said, "Well, you do weekend classes," and I think the first class was, can't think how much it was now.
At the moment it's $650 for the weekend workshop, and then the level 2 will be rented at $1,600 thereabouts. But has it stopped your career? Has it stopped your,
Well, when I first started, and that's what I said, I talked to the wife thoroughly, because I'm not just going to advertise men only, I'm doing women and men, and that was what massage is all about. So I talked to my wife thoroughly about, if you says no, it didn't happen, I'm not going to spend $600 something, and she says I can't do it. And that's one thing you've got to be, if you've got a partner, make sure they're happy with it, because it puts the pressure on them.
You're working in a very vulnerable personal space. You have to
that's exactly right. And being a mobile, I go to people's homes, sort of thing, and very rarely I do females on their own. And they've always got their partner or their children or something there, which makes everyone feel comfortable. And
makes you feel comfortable as well.
Well, when I first started, like a new client, I always like to have them there, but after a while you get to know, and we just go, both feel comfortable, and you sort of go with the flow. So that, and I, at that time over, like it took me 2 or 3 months to get that money back. You think, and when I done the course, I come out completely And as I was saying to you, Deb, like when I went into the course, I was an old truckie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So touching men didn't appeal to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I don't know whether I can do this.
Yeah.
And when I come out of that 2-day course,
Mm-hmm.
men and women, that I'm working on that muscle. There's
Yeah.
no 80-year-old man, there's no 18-year-old girl. There's that leg, that muscle. What I'm working on, what I've got uncovered, is that's what it's all about. And I come out with that thought in mind,
Mm-hmm.
that because all the blokes at work said, you get this. What happens if you get a 18-year-old lady on the table? And I said, and I joked around. I said, well, I got long arms, okay? You can probably edit that bit, but yeah. And I said, it doesn't blame it all either. You work on that muscle, and that's the one thing you taught me to start with, is treat everyone as equal.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, men didn't appeal to me because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's natural, you don't like touching men. So, but it doesn't bother me at all. And that's one thing that came out of that training was that, and the passion for it, like that. When I come out of there, I thought, that's for me. That was when I first blew me away, and I've loved it ever since, and just fell more in love with it the more I learn. And you're still learning. Like I've done the courses with you, but every time I go to a new client and there's something different, because I love a challenge.
Yeah.
And I love perfection. So if I go into a challenge, I'll walk out finishing it, or I'm not happy. So and that's the way. You've got to have a passion for it. It's not a job. You can't class that as a job. It's not like driving a truck. You can hate driving trucks, but you can still do it. If you hate masseuing, don't do it.
Yeah.
But you won't last.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. And that's very true. You're not doing something else completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
and
it's way. And then the second course, like I just couldn't wait to do the second course to get into it. And you learn as you go. Like I've only done the 2 courses firstly, and what I've learned, and it goes from there. And I said, don't get me wrong, I still got a long way to go. I've got a lot of things to learn, and I'm keen to learn anything I can.
And I think it's important too, just to remember that you are constantly learning. I've been massaging myself now for over 10 years, and I'm still a student of bodywork. There's always something else.
Always something. And I haven't had a massage for 6.
It's been a while since you've been on my table.
I'm one to say, you need a regular massage. I push it, and I'm the worst offender.
Yeah,
because I just don't get time to do well. Okay, you do get time on just other things more important, which I shouldn't be. I should really take the time.
Yeah, and I think too for myself, because I am from the industry, I really only want to have quality people working on me. I don't want.
No, that's fair enough. And I pick up a lot of, I know it's wrong, but if I have a massage, I'm laying there thinking, that feels good, I'm going to use that.
You're doing the same thing.
You think it's cheating, like you're pinching on someone, but if it feels like crap and I've been doing it, we'll say, I'm going to make
stop doing that.
Because clients lie, okay?
Oh, yeah. They don't want to offend you.
They don't want to offend me, and they say,
that's good. That's good.
That's exactly right.
And they never rebook.
And that's what I tell all my clients from Word Up. I said, tell me if it's crap. I'd rather, because I'm on the other side of the fence now, because I was the same way. I'd have a massage and felt like crap, but I'd say, that was good. I'll see if I can get a chance to go. I just don't go back. Okay. Being on the other side of the fence, I don't want that. If you do a massage and you go and say, well, that didn't really work. Well, I said, well, I'm going to change this and that. We're going to make it work. And that's what you need, the feedback. Don't just hop up and say that, that was good and walk out, because it's, you're better off to say, well, you didn't do this, or you did do this, or I like this, or I like that. And then you can change your routine to suit that body and that person. And that's what it's all about. It's not, you go through the same, and you go through the same routine. And the thing you said to me, the routine that you gave me, you won't do a lot of that. Okay, that's just all the techniques and all to do. And then you pick up your own flow, which that's what you do. And then all of a sudden, and everybody's different. Like I don't know how many clients I've got now. I don't know. Last I counted, I've probably got 60 regulars. When I say regulars, they might be 6 months, they might be a week. It's different clients, and everybody's different. Yeah. When you walk in, you don't go and say, I'm going to do this whole thing on everybody there. Yeah. It's just you've got to read their body.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So in our classes, we teach you a basic flow and your routine, but then we encourage you to find
the spots.
Find your own flow within that. So it's not this like regimented system where you have like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's just
you keep trying that, but then all of a sudden you're trying to remember what you're doing and forgetting about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of think, oh, what do I do next? So you're thinking 5 minutes ahead what you're doing and forgetting on where your hands are right now.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. Your hands are where you are now. And that's the way I learned. Like, you just go through and just follow the bad parts in the body or the sore parts and go from there. It's something you've got to, and I've got a lot of arthritis. I got osteoarthritis pretty badly.
I was going to ask you how physically, because I know I've heard some people say they're like, you know, they couldn't do this because it's, you know, they got sore hands or the sore wrist or the sore back or that kind of stuff. I think that's where it's different with the low because we do teach you how to move around the table, how to use your body.
Exactly right.
Use other parts of your body that, I'm not going to stress on those sore joints whenever you have in your body.
Yeah, and that's what, when we done the training was, you know, number one first, like if I'm no good, I can't do massage. I've got to protect my body as I go. And that was what we learned, to bend your knees, walk around the table. And because I've got arthritis virtually all through my body, I can't bend my knees as properly. So I just follow the body around. And I've noticed since I've been doing that probably the last 2 or 3 years, a good example, I used to get medicals with my last employee, right, every 12 months. I was over 50, I am over 50, okay, every 12 months. So
I'm close to it.
And my movement was being measured.
Yeah.
Okay, my movement in my elbows, my thing, whatnot, was being measured, because with a heavy vehicle, when your movement is beyond what you can do, you can't drive a heavy vehicle for some companies. And mine was to the stage of being measured.
You're borderline,
I was very borderline.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 years, I gained 14% manoeuvrability in my neck, shoulders, and elbows. And the only extra I done was massage.
Yeah. So just being fluid with your work?
Full of work. I was doing exactly the same work, but because I was doing the massage, moving around, more flowing, I just loosened my whole top of my body up. And they just, 14% is a big gain in 2 years. Yeah. To be able to move. And that's all I've done extra. No extra stretches, no extra nothing. So, yeah.
I remember you were telling me when you first come to me how much pain you were in. Like you would just basically could not get off the ground because you back
with the arthritis and that from your back, and driving the truck, bounce all day, sort of thing, you know. And well, you knew when I come here, I'm trying to get on off the table. I thought I was 70 or 80, you know, and I would do that, and I just thought the massage might help. Yeah, loosen, which it did. That's what loosened it all up, and that's when another reason got in my head. Shit, sorry, but this really works. Yeah, you know, and that's what the thing. Like, a lot of people with massage, it's just a bit of a rub down, make you feel good, you know, and come out feeling a bit lightheaded. You know, it's not a lot more than that. That's the start of it. Yeah. You know, and that's what you showed me when I get coming to use the massage. It's the relief I was feeling when I hopped up off your table. I just said, well, this works. Yeah. This works. It's not all crap sort of thing. Yeah.
And it really just depends on what the style of body work you learn.
And what I found it's what you like. Yeah. A lot of people like the Lomi is just nice, relaxing, and it's really good. If you've got any muscle work you need to do, it's depending on what you feel and I've sort of gone more into the muscle work, muscle and joint work, because I know. Yeah.
Which is level 2 stuff.
Level 2, because I know where people hurt. Yeah. Because I've done the same thing. Love the Lomi, love doing it with passion, but and I still do it, but it's the percentage of it's all deep tissue and stuff now, which is, I don't know, 60, 70%. Yeah. You know, on top of that there, which is, seem to be more. And they'll come in and they want to do a nice relaxing massage, but you know,
they always say that
just a bit here and a bit there, and also
a bit sore lately.
4 years to start. So so it's just whatever you enjoy and what you feel with it, sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's also important to remember as well that to start, you have to do like a foundation course, which is like the relaxation course.
Well,
and then you build on from that.
That's right. Yeah, because relaxation is, what can I say? Relaxation, you can't hurt people. No. If you know what I mean. It's just a nice relaxation. It's nice, soft, gentle. There's a little bit in it, you know, and that you've got to learn that first to get your technique, get your rhythm. Yeah. And that's the big thing. If you don't get your technique and rhythm, you can't just go straight into deep tissue because there's more involved in it. And you still got to use that technique to do your F&R'ge and warm things up and get things moving. If you don't do that, you're going to hurt a muscle because it's not warm.
That's right.
So that all comes in. Every massage, firstly, that relaxation comes in to start with. And without the foundation of that, you can't start any of it, sort of thing.
So who do you think would really benefit from coming and doing a massage course?
Well, anyone.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm an old fart truckie.
Yeah.
You know, the last person on the work chain that'd do massage, from an old fart truckie to a masseuse. Like, I've come from one extreme to the other. Anyone that's, well, if you've got any sort of passion about helping people, and want to make people feel good, that's the big bonus.
Number one key thing.
That's the one. If you don't give a shit about other people, don't bother even trying.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not there. It's got to be here, not here.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it here. Anyone can do it here. Okay. But if you haven't got it here, it just won't work.
No.
That's the way it is. You know. But as I said, I'm an old trucker. You can have anyone, and it's a thing. I found it was just going to be a hobby, and it's going to be after. And the thing with not doing the travelling, so it was to pick up a bit extra money and still work normal. Yeah. You know, and that was when I first started. That's all I was going to do. Mm-hmm. We just pick up a bit of cash on the side, do something I love doing. Mm-hmm. And just enjoy it as I went. Plus, a bit to pick up, pay for all the expenses, and a bit of entertaining time where
a bit of money and kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. And on top of the thing, but sort of, and then you just go from there.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone, no matter how old you are. As long as I guess you got to be 16, haven't you, or something too? I'm not sure. 18 or 16.
I mean, I've had courses where young ones, as young as 14, have come and done it, but from a business point of view, I probably would suggest for someone who's a little bit older.
Yeah, a bit more sort of settled.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you can get into, and if you're passionate about it, it's any career, you know. And the thing is, I found with myself, it's helped my body as much as it has helped with my passion. I've loosened up 14%. You know, I can move more, I can go around. So anyone that's in a job, a computer person to a truck driver to anything, if they can do it and relax, like I drive trucks for 12 hours a day, okay? Come home and I feel I'm sore, I feel there, I'll go home, have a shower, have dinner, go to bed, lay there for an hour, thinking about what's going on and trying to settle down.
Yep, swallow a bunch of pain for kills.
And if I do a 12 hour drive and then do one massage on the way home from work, I go home, relax, have a shower, have a second shower, have my dinner, boom, I'm in bed and I'm asleep within 5 minutes because I've already relaxed, already said, So any person that's in a stressful job, ideal for that as well. Yeah. You know, it's just, that's what I found, that if I don't do a massage when I go home, when I was driving trucks, you lay there, you put around, you're sort of sore, where the massage just flat, just relaxes. Because to me, I do an hour and a half massage, and I can't say this because the clients will want me to pay them, okay? But to me, I get a lot of benefit out of a massage just to relax, because you got that hour there where, same with the client, they sit on the table for an hour and a half, knowing they can't go and mow the lawn, they can't go and wash up, they can't do anything, they're just going to lay there. And that's the big thing, they just go out to it, and that's the relaxation part of it. And it's the same with me or with any of the masseuses, that we know we're going to be there for an hour regardless, just doing what the music tells us to do, go with the flow, and that settles this whole part down. For me anyway, that's how it works, just to relax and just I go home, and I go home feeling great. I really do. There's no fighting with the wife when I go home after massage, because I'm in a happy place.
Good vibe.
Yep. So it's good.
Fantastic.
And I highly recommend Deb, as I said. Deb brought me out. Like, I'm an old fart truckie. I'm not going to uni, I'm not going to TAFE. I can't remember, I'm lucky to remember Deb's name. She's probably got on her shirt.
No, I haven't.
But when Deb gives you hands-on, that's when she showed me when I first started. Like I said, most people, you show me what to do with my hand, I'll never forget it. You read it through a book and you may as well throw it out the window. So, I just appreciate the way you do the training is what it's all about. Anyone can actually pick up your training. You don't have to be a scholar, you don't have to be a graduate, you just got to want to do it. That's all the qualifications you got to have.
That's right.
You can have a full-time job, you can have no job, you want to be able to do it. That's all really the qualifications you have. So, because I come in probably, an old truckie with full arthritis, so you think they're doing that massage. So,
and even know that sometimes, like some of the moves I share with you, you don't have the flexibility in your hands to do them whatsoever, or your elbows.
No.
But we're able to show you how Polo, which Hawaiian where we change, move around, so that you can actually physically still do it, but not injure your body.
Well, that was the same when we first started. Like, there's a lot of over round body
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because I couldn't get my elbows inside.
Yeah.
So you taught me to walk around,
Yeah.
follow me, my arms around, instead of doing your technique, which was the right technique.
We just modified it.
We just modified so I could actually walk around and do it without hurting myself.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And that was what come into it, that I can do this sort of thing with the disabilities that I've got.
Awesome.
It was good.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it.
No,
and your patience, like I said, I'm an old truckie. I don't, I'm pretty hard to dump things into my head.
Yeah.
But I just appreciate your patience and your follow up on what you've done with it. So highly recommended this lady. Really, as I said, if she can do it to me, anybody can do it. So that's.
Sounds like you've got really exciting things ahead of you now.
Well, this is my first week doing it full time. Okay, scared, very scared.
Oh, it's
excited.
It's a big shift. It's a big.
Well, I've been had a permanent job since I left school.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's 100 years. Nearly.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I had my own business, own trucks for 25 years. A little bit different. You've got a truck out there that's going to make you money.
Mm-hmm.
Where here I've got to rely on this and then my performance to make money. So it's a big change in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've thought about for years and years and years. I've got a few backups, which I'm really lucky. I can fall back on if I need to.
Yeah.
But I've got a lot of support from my family.
Yeah.
So I just got to try it. As I said, I'm at the stage now. If I don't try it now, I'll be driving truck till I fall off the perch.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. And I don't hate trucks. Don't get me wrong. I'm a truck person. I've done it since my apparently 2-year-old. I started in the trucks with my dad. So and I don't hate trucks, but I just need a bit of a spell, a bit of a rank around. So not saying 12 months down the track it might be working and I might go back to trucks. I very much doubt it.
Well, it's a case of where your health may not allow you to as well. Like you might.
Well, that's the thing. I've got to. I think this is going to pick my health up a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Is to sort of get it so I can, I'm going to try and live for a bit longer yet. And I'm going to start looking after my body for a change. So that's the plan. And I've got more courses that I'm going to do with them. Yeah. We've already organised that to go on. I'm just going to further my education as I go, and as much as I can get, as much as I can learn. Sort of thing. You think you know it all, but you don't.
Yeah, you never stop learning.
Know it all.
You never stop learning.
No.
There's tweaks and stuff around, and everybody's got different body shape and different requirements, and
that's it. So you got to learn all the different areas so you can accommodate whatever body goes on your table. That's what it's all about. Yeah. So, and recognise those problems. So you don't do the wrong thing. And if they can't, and as I say to my clients, if you can't walk in the morning, you never heard of me. Okay, so that's So, and your clientele, you get a connection with the clientele that I've never had before. Okay. I didn't realise that because it's quite personal. With your touch and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, it's not sexual. It's not nothing at all. You just get that connection with male and female, it doesn't matter, but you get that personal connection that I can't describe. It's not sexual, it's not anything at all to do with that at all. It's just a connection that you get, that you can read each other's, and because as you can see, I never stop talking. You won't shut me up and I But that's the thing. And I can talk and I explain what I do, and that's the other thing I found with being a male masseuse is because I explain exactly what I'm doing, exactly where I'm going, always give them the option to say probably not, okay,
not this time.
Not this time, or no thanks, and because places you go to get the muscles are not all in the middle of your back, okay, they're all over your body. So I keep everything covered, and what can you call it? Cleanliness is a big thing, and what do you call they? Discretion, I suppose, and privacy is 150% regardless. And one muck up there, and my career's over. So it's not going to happen. Okay, that's the way it is. Male or female, I don't care who they are. That's the way it works. So I explain exactly why I'm going, where I'm going, and that's why people say to me that they like why I explain it. A lot of them just go in and do this and that, but I explain why I'm doing this and why you got to go here, why you got to go there. This is going to fix this. I need to go all the way to there, or I need to do this area here. And that's the thing they all say is they really appreciate me saying what I'm saying to them, sort of thing, and give them the option
Mm-hmm.
to say no. And I have husbands come in when I do ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I have husbands come in, and I still explain to them. I said, "This is what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy with doing that?" Because the last thing I want is the wife on the table saying, "Yeah, go for it," and the husband sitting there going, you know, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, so male masseuse really got to be careful on what I do.
Yeah.
And that's what you strive on.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is unfortunate, but that is exactly what you said. Like, you have to be, you got to look at your own safety first.
Oh, that's exactly right. And I don't want any of the females to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I've had massages before, and they sort of they go up the inside your leg to do your adductor or something like that. And then you say, "Ooh, that was pretty close. How far are they going next time?" No, but everyone's had massages feel that way. That okay. But if I had to say, well, I need to go right up to your groin, for instance, okay, because that's where the muscle goes.
Yeah.
There's no surprises. I don't like any surprises with my client.
Yeah.
I'd like to explain, and I can be a pain in the bum sometimes because you can read your clients if they just want me to shut up and say nothing. That's fine. I just explain what I'm going to do and go from there. Sort of thing. It's an experience that you thoroughly enjoy if you start it.
And you probably find too, like when you've got a brand new client, you probably would go through and break it down and explain exactly what you're doing. But after the third or fourth time you've been to them, you probably just shut your mouth and just do it because they're fine, they're safe, they know what you're doing, and they're going to understand.
And that's it, and they're comfortable, and they just go. And the one thing I do with every client, and I've had one of my clients she was been with me 5.5 years, my first client. I still do her. She's a triathlon lady. I still do her weekly to fortnightly, and I never. When they got the underwear on, you pull their underwear down to get down their buttocks area. Never ever touch their underwear unless I asked. Yeah. Regardless. And I've been doing her 5.5 years, and I still asked. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it." I said, "No, I've got to ask. Yeah. I've got to ask." And that's the way you've got to treat clients with respect. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all they say, "Oh, yeah, right, you've done it." You know, you asked 20 times. I said, "Yeah, no, I'm still going to keep asking another 20 times." Regardless, just in respect of me feeling comfortable and them feeling comfortable.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I think it's covered all the main points. So
okay. Yep.
Thanks.
And I'm looking forward to our next training. We're just talking about that in April.
I know. So we've got a weekend course coming up soon, and then I offer. So we offer the weekend course, which is one that you initially come and done. I've now expanded that and made that a 5-day course as well. So people with the option, so they can do just the introduction one, or they can do the 5-day course, which is covers, the relaxation, advanced relaxation moves, hot stones, lymphatic, and pregnancy massage, or introduction to sidelining massage, which steps into the pregnancy massage. And then we step into level 2, which is all our deep tissue stuff, more lymphatic massage, more advanced moves with lymphatic massage using hot towels and more abdominal work and more prostate drains and things like that. We're covering that in level 2. And then level 3 is the underbody work stuff as well. So that's
looking forward to that.
I know. Yeah. And that's when it really takes up another notch again as well.
Yep.
So it's going to be exciting.
It is, I'm really looking forward to it there. It's a new chapter in my life that I'm really looking forward to.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for starting it all. As I said, without you, I wouldn't have done any of this.
Yeah.
I'd have been probably not driving trucks anymore because I would have lost my flexibility.
Yeah.
I'd be running up.
Didn't you have a Swedish massage DVD or something?
I first started because I got quite ill for quite a while at the beginning of 2011. Yeah. And I was 6 months out of work.
Yeah.
Okay. To rehabilitation and whatnot. So sitting at home and just 3 days, I just decided to have a look at it and see what. And I picked up a lot of, with the F1 and the hacking and the cupping and all this sort of thing, just to see what I like. And I knew then I was sort of interested in it, but being an old truckie that's been crooked for 6 months, it's not going to happen. That's the story until I started to come and see you. Yeah.
And you probably didn't get the confidence that you needed from watching.
Oh, no, there's no in the world I'd go and put it on someone. I didn't know in the world I'd have went out sort of practice on someone like that. I just wouldn't have the thing until you said you'd done the courses, and I thought, well, it looked good on, it looked cool. And
it felt good, so
it felt, yeah, and I love massage. Like I'm a 100% favourite of having massages, although I haven't had any for quite a while. But yeah, so yeah. Once I sort of learnt that, felt that, and then you just blew me out of water after that. So all of a sudden you think, shit, no, well, I can do this. Yeah, and that was what it was all about. So, and well, said 5.5 years later, actually this is my full career now.
Yeah.
So I might go broke and be looking for a bed you might see me to someone's house, but I'm going to give it a hell of a go.
I don't think that'll happen somehow.
Yeah. Thank you again.
No,
really
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it. So,
Yeah, thank you for
I
having.
recommended this lady, believe me.
Thank you for having the passion for it. I mean,
and your passion's there. It's sort of hard to explain. Like, I don't know. It wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting into trouble of someone sitting next to me because I don't charge enough yet. Okay. Well, I'm not going to mention names.
No.
But it's never been about the money. It's been a hobby. And because, things have got changed now because I used to eat driving trucks.
Yeah.
Okay. So
they paid your bills.
They paid me bills. This was just my sport, my hobby, my whole life. Now it's a professional. Things are going to have to change a bit. Yeah. But never been about the money. Like, I know I share a few freebies in with, elderly people to start with, children. I just, that's.
Yeah. And I'm the same. I never charge for children because.
No, I go to quite a few now. Actually, it's really nice because I go to a husband and wife, and I got there's 4 girls now that help me. One's 3, one's 5, and one's 6. Yeah. And they just get them on the table. Oh, and Levi, there's another guy. He'll come on the table, and I'll put Mum on first, and then little one's got to be on the table. She gets 5 minutes, and then she'll do Dad's hands and feet or Mum's hand and feet while I'm doing, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. That's really what it is. I'm a babysitter, I'm a masseuse, I'm the whole lot, and I just love it. Yeah. Love it to perfection. Walk out of there, 2 happy adults and a happy child. What else can you want? And a rebook as I walk out the door, even better.
Yeah, and how do you find that? Because I think that's one thing that a lot of people struggle with is rebooking clients. Because you never really had an issue with it. People just...
No, they just say, book me in 2 weeks' time, whatever night suits you.
Which speaks volumes for your work you do.
Yeah, and I've probably got, I'm just looking at my book there, and I think some are weekly. I've got a few, mostly fortnightly, a lot of monthly, depending on their finance to start with, and their availability of what they can do. And I've got clients there now that have booked me. Well, the one lady booked me for the rest of the year, at least, at the same time every week now I can do through the day. Yeah. And then I've got clients out there that, I've been doing, I've probably got 20, 25 clients that just book me a month ahead. So when you think at it, I'm nearly, 3 to 4 nights a week I'm booked out all the way through. And they're early or late to say I can fit people in before or after, which is good, So, and I just find that just round, so I'll book me in, or I'll let you know when I can do it again, and by the time I get home I've got a text to say, I can do next Wednesday night or something, And I'm very flexible, and you've got to be, as people say, someone rings up and they cancel and it's a pain in the bum. In a way it is, but in the other way, I find that, massage is important, but it's not life-threatening, okay? So someone rings up and says, oh, listen, something's come in and I can't do tonight. And they normally postpone 99%
they reschedule,
they reschedule, okay, which is I've still got the client. Yeah. And that's the other thing that happens. And it's the same. I've got a young granddaughter, 2-year-old. She's number 1. Yeah, okay, number 1. And all my clients know, because I talk about it constantly. Yeah. All my clients know if I get a phone call from my daughter to say my little girl's staying at home tonight, I have to postpone that night. Yeah. And all the clients know that I just put them back a day or a week or whatever they have to get. So I'll work until my little girl goes to bed, at 6:30. Then I go out and do the clients that night. Yeah. I'm happy. So, but that's the way it is. That's the passion you got. So
So you're based in TOOWOOMBA, and I know you do mobile. So what's your sort of range that you drive to? Like how far?
At the moment, I don't. I've been asked to go to Dalby, Warwick, and as far as Plainlands. Yep. But I don't. When I was doing it as a hobby, I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. Yep. Okay. I don't want to go into other people's territories because there's masseuses there. Oh yeah. So I didn't want to push the limit there. So at the moment, I do I go as far as Oakey.
Mm-hmm.
I got quite a few clients at Oakey. I do Crow's Nest, I do Gatton, and I do Pittsworth. That's roughly the area. I'll go further if need be, but at the moment that's the regular area that I do, and anywhere in between, like I do Kabunchis, you know, a lot of Kingsthorpe, Gowrie Junction, Grantham is very popular. At the moment, Westbrook down there, Kabala, and because I live out the north side of Toowoomba, Kabala and GM's very popular sort of thing. Yeah, so I guess that's the main area I do, but I'm quite happy to go further. But one, I don't want to tread on other masseuses because, you know, we're all in it. We're all survivors. I don't want to go treading in other people's territories that survive.
I mean, that is true. However, people will gravitate to who they gravitate to all of a sudden.
And that's the thing, because I do night times and weekends, which a lot of masseuses don't because they got family, you know, and because I was not forced to do it that way, but I had no other option. I drove truck all day, so I had to if I wanted to get in the industry. Where now it's a full-time profession, and someone rings up from Dolby, like obviously I got charged. You've got to go on top of that. But if someone rings up and said, I just can't get anyone else in here, or can't do no one will do nights, and I only work days, I'm quite happy to accommodate in that area there. Like I've been asked to go to Bribey Island, and I got seven massages straight up if I go to Bribey Island. They'll keep me for the weekend. I'll go over there Saturday morning. They'll feed me, keep me Saturday night, and I've got 7 at the moment I can do straight up. So, which is
paid holiday.
Well, it's a sort of I've thought about, but lately I couldn't do it because I'm weekends have been busy, and that's 2 days away from my regular clients. You know, but it's an option now to sort of go like that. Because they were over here working, and I done 4 of the workmen while I was there, and they just said, "Man, time you are in that area, call me or come over, we'll put you up for the night." So, you know, that's an option. So, you know, and I reckon to put me up for the night and feed me, that's probably couples travel.
You'd be charging them a bit extra.
Oh, yeah, no, but as I said, they're quite happy to pay, but it's just a time I can't leave for 2 days unless we do a holiday, and then the wife's got to come as well. So, so see what happens. So.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Once you start doing it, you'll be amazed what doors will open up for you.
I was surprised, as I said they've put on just my daughter, as I said, she does everything. She
does your marketing for you.
And she put it on Facebook Sunday afternoon.
And it was just a normal post. So I did see it. I'm like, oh, that's very good. But it was just nothing flash. It was just a normal post to say that you were now available.
And I got 9 inquiries and 2 bookings before I went to bed. That on Sunday night, and she was going to put it on Friday, and I was already booked up. I actually done 15 Saturday and Sunday because I took Friday off because, you know, clean the truck up, hand it all over, have a few drinks with the boys, so I didn't take it. So I put 4 on Friday night to Saturday, but so Saturday she didn't. She said, well, it's no good advertising Friday because I can't do anything anyway. So and it was surprising enough. It blew me away. I just said, oh yeah, I'll get 1 or 2 a week maybe, and it blew me away. What sort of happened through the day.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, I can't wait to see the next chapter for you.
Me too. Yeah, I'm very excited, a bit nervous, a little bit scared, a bit sad leaving work. I've been there 20 years in the workplace I'm in now, and I was a little bit sad on the last couple of days. But I've still got, they're all in town. I'm still going to Smoko with them, or I'll go there sometime and see them all. There's probably 12 of them now, still clients of mine and their wives. So I'll still see a majority of them anyway. Good. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for coming.
That's okay.
Have a yarn with you today. It was good.
No, thanks for the coffee. And as I said, I just can't thank you enough for starting me off on this career. Otherwise, I'd be.
I mean, no, I appreciate that, but ultimately it comes back down to you. So.
Oh yeah, I had to want to do it. You didn't force me to do it, or you didn't push me to do it, or think, oh, you like it when you start. Like I had a passion to start with. I just didn't think I could do it. I just didn't have the confidence, and I thought,
that's right. And you probably thought that you had to go off and do, all the done,
$18,000 in 2 years at 4 days a week at uni. That's just what happened.
I think it's a lot. So I've changed it now. It used to be the same when I first started, but I think it's down to 16 grand now, I think.
Oh, well.
And 12 months.
12 months, that's right. And it's now, because that's the thing, to get my diploma, I've still got to go and do that. That's the thing. And that's the only thing is, well, I found the only thing with not having all the accreditations off you and not having a diploma is the only thing is I can't do ICAP.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And I've had 4 inquiries and I've still got 2 of those that come as clients anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'd love to do it, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have the certificate to say I have a diploma.
Yeah.
That'd be, but for me, there's too much theory to start with. I just couldn't handle it.
No, you won't go learning all the Greek names and Latin names for muscles.
Exactly
and all
right.
that
And I'll never remember any of that. I know myself, I'm going to be useless at it to start with. Yeah. But I find I don't need it. Yeah. Is what I mean. Like the education I've got off you is enough to make a career out of massaging without the ICAPs.
And with the changes happening with the private health industry, it's just people, are flat out getting $20 back off, and I pay all that money in premiums for health.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of them say to me. Like they say, "Oh, you gain this much," sort of thing, and so they're quite happy to sort of pay the extra and go with that. So I haven't had any real. I've had a few inquire about it. I just say, unfortunately, I can't, sort of thing and whatnot. And majority, when I say majority of them come back, there's the odd one that I don't hear again. And obviously, if they're paying big money, well, of course, you go get the ICAP to get some of your money back. So that's quite understandable as well. Yeah, so that's the only downfall of not doing a diploma. Yeah. But it's not a handicap by no means.
No, it's people will gladly, for quality work, they will.
And that's what it's all about. Like the performance of these is what it's all about. Yeah. Like I've got to perform the way it is, and that's the passion helps me perform. Yeah. I can't not perform because believe me, if I don't do a good massage, I'm evened up with myself completely. Yeah. Like, it's not that the the client is not happy. I'm the one that's evened up with myself badly. Yeah. And I'm not a perfectionist, but I like things done right. Okay. And that's the way you've got to look at. Like if I can do something to perfection, I'm happy. Yeah. That's none of this, "You'll be right, mate. I'm sorry." And it won't happen with massage. You won't get the client back. You can't not sort of do, you're 110% every massage. So, yeah.
Very good. Right. Yeah. So if you want to book a treatment or check it out, then get in contact with Cole. Especially obviously in the Toowoomba area, it'd be probably ideal. But if you're not, then you never know. Give him a ring, and you might be.
I'm negotiable. I'm willing to talk. Believe me, I travel. As I said, I've been asked last night to go down to the middle of Western Australia. Yeah. So I had a client last night that had a friend that said, "Will you go to the middle of Western Australia to travel?" And I thought, well.
And you get a group together, you never know.
Yeah, well, she said she was texting a friend while I was doing a husband, and she said she just had a massage, and it's a long shot, but as I said,
you can travel around Australia.
I can travel around Australia wherever I go, just advertise ahead. That's the good thing about it, and that's the thing with being like, anyone can do mobile. You don't have to be a specialist in mobile, just whatever you want to do, and I can travel. I can go all over the world. And not saying I'm going to get the clients, because you've got to work your clients, you've got to build the clients up, but I can go and do this, and anywhere you can just set up. I can shift and go to wherever I want and start a business up. Like you might not have a big business to start with, but it's something you can pull on, or drive around Australia in a caravan.
And equipment wise, all you really need is a massage table.
Yeah.
Brand new one costs about $240, but you can always pick up Gumtree, pick up second-hand ones.
Yeah. Yep. And they fold up, they sit in, they go underneath the bed in a caravan. I've checked that out already. And all you want is, probably half a dozen towels, because you can wash, as your clients, you can wash them. Yeah. That's the big thing with it. If you don't like washing, don't get masseuse, okay?
Unless you get to the advanced levels, Once you get to advanced levels, we don't have the towels and stuff with the advanced levels.
Don't you?
No.
I take 5 towels per masseuse, and I got 18 sets of towels, and I still run out at the end of the week. But now I can wash every day, so it's cool. Yeah.
But it's actually good to see that you do that, because I know, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but quite often, in businesses, they have the draping down. They'll put the towel down. When you walk out, they just turn the towel over and massage the next client on. Then when they walk out, they just turn the towel back over again, and that's actually what happens in a lot of businesses. So to actually have you put posters where you get the clean or the washing up is fantastic, because it reassures people that.
Oh yeah, no, there's no, and I get into arguments all the time with husband and wife. Okay, I go in there and I do the husband, and then I go to change. Don't change the towel. I said, sorry, that's, you know. She said, the husband, like, what can that? And I said, yep, that's cool. That's sorry, that doesn't work. Yeah. I've got to change. Every client's got to have fresh, nice smelling towels when they hop on. That's part of the deal. So so if you want dirty towels, don't come to me. Okay. Yeah, that's the cleanliness of 150%. No privacy. Like, that's, you've got to stay on top of it regardless. You know, I can do. Well, I done 7 in one family, and I changed the towel 7 times, and I got roused on them. And they, you know, that's the way it is. You want to be quick to get in that table before I change it, sort of thing. Yeah. So that's and you got to keep that up. Like, I don't care. It's that's part of the deal. Like, clean towels, clean, fine. That's the way it is. Yeah. Yeah. Some clients you get to probably don't need clean towels. Yeah. But we're good. Yeah. Very good. Yep. So if you need me, just give me a call. All I need is a space to set the table up and a clean body. Okay, I do all the rest. Yeah. Okay. So I'm on Facebook now. Victoria's got a page on Facebook. Gumtree. I don't know what else she goes on. So
I think your Facebook page is Coles Massage, isn't it?
Coles Mobile Massage. Yep. And also my private one's there. Most people know it anyway. Sort of. Yeah. The one here on me.
Oh, people can track people down these days. You'd be amazed.
Look at the back of my I've got this sign as big as the back of my ute with your name and number and everything on it. So, just ask someone in TOOWOOMBA, they've probably heard of me now, good or bad. What the areas. So,
very good. Okay, righto, you've heard it directly from the man himself, and if this appeals to you and you want to know more about it, then by all means reach out, and I'm happy to share whatever details you would like to know.